What's up, boy? Going here. We're gonna be doing a reaction to Grizzy on DC Star Wars Shills defending the Rise of Skywalker. So I just got done watching Rise of Skywalker last night in my live stream on Twitch, and it's on my YouTube channel. And y'all want to watch me react to the movie? Yeah, this movie sucked. I never seen a movie this bad. It was like the worst movie ever, but at the same time, it was a bad movie. It's like it's way worse than, I don't know which one's worse, Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker. I think Rise of Skywalker is way worse because like at least it was a little bit stuff in Last Jedi, but in Rise of Skywalker, it was so many plot contrivance, so many character derailments, no character development at all, bringing certain characters back, adding new abilities that makes no sense to the story. But we're gonna react to this and see these Shills defend this defend this movie. And here's the thing: there are people that like this movie, and I'm fine with. I'm going after the Shills that are really trying to defend this movie. I don't care that you like this movie. I'm fine if you like this movie. I don't know why, but it's your opinion. I'm going after people like Grizzy. He going after people that are legit Shills, that are paid Shills, and people that are legit trying to defend this movie. And I just do not know why. This movie was not good at all, to me and to a lot of people that are really big Star Wars fans. Because like, let's see this movie and like all the stuff they put in this movie makes no sense. They had to retcon Last Jedi because Last Jedi was bad and JJ changed everything. But there's no hero there. We're gonna listen to Grizzy and talk. He's gonna talk about these Shills, and let's get into it.
Ray Skywalker.
Perfect.
Why are you crying, bro? It's like it wasn't even that emotional. It was so dumb of her just gonna take the name of the Skywalker. I get like she took that name because she wanted to honor Luke and Leia, even though she barely has a relationship with these two characters. She barely had a relationship with the two characters. She barely had a relationship with Ben Solo. She just know him for once, and he died after that for kissing her because he transferred his life to her. And it's like, I did not like her having the Skywalker name because she is not married into it or born into it. I've been fine if she stayed as a Palpatine and try to fix the Palpatine name. And like, we can say, oh, there are good Palpatines and there are bad Palpatines, and Rey is the exception. But they didn't do that, and it's stupid. And a lot of people know that this is the dumbest decision that they did, trying to make her Rey Skywalker, even though we all know that she's still a Palpatine. It's just ridiculous. Then it made it worse because like, so Luke and Leia and them knew that Rey was a Palpatine, but they trusted her. So they trusted her, then Solo, then Ben, because like, Luke didn't trust Rey anyway until like he had to, let's be honest, had to be forced to help her anyway. But he at least didn't try to kill her like he tried to do with Ben or Kylo Ren. He didn't try to kill him. He tried to kill her like he tried to do it to Kylo. That's the difference. He at least tried to help her, but he saw dark side tendencies on her. But the whole movie, I can't talk about these movies, but we're gonna move on.
That was perfect.
It happened. I'm feeling glad.
The first one, just enjoy it for what it is. I don't I get like some people would just watch a movie and just watch it for what it is. Okay, that's fine. Yo, don't act like you know everything, cause you don't. Cause I don't really know everything about the whole universe of Star Wars. Cause like I just got into Star Wars last year. Guys, just watched the OT. I watched the prequels, and I just got done with the sequels. So I know the movie verse, but I don't know the actual full story of the Star Wars franchise. At least I tell people I don't know everything. But some of these people act like they know everything about Star Wars, but y'all don't. Y'all just like every single people that's seen Star Wars. I'm not the part or the biggest fan base of Star Wars. Y'all so like kind of low tier because y'all need to kind of read the comics too. Yeah, read the comics and actually watch the TV shows and the cartoons. You are the biggest. That's how you be a big Star Wars. You're the biggest Star Wars fan. That you play the games. You play the games. You watch the cartoons, TV shows, and movies, and got all the got most of the comics. That's where you the biggest. You are a part of the biggest fan base. Some people are not in the big fan base. Like, yes, people watch most of these TV shows and stuff in the cartoons, but most of these people don't even know what the EU is. Cause people read the EU, and they like some of the stuff that they put in these movies and TV shows makes no sense. So what I hate about the enjoy everything, cause it's just a narrative they just want to push where, oh, it's just enjoy it for what it is. It's like, no, people have brains that are going to have criticism about the movie. Some people just don't want to criticize bad movies. I don't know why. Some people do criticize bad movies. Some people do not want to criticize it. But like, to me, I think a lot of things should have criticism for it, even the good and the bad. Just saying, oh, it's just enjoy for what it is. It's just a cop out because like you just don't want to criticize it for what it is. Because like this movie is bad for its own merits, and the people that made it too. It's just all bad all over itself.
Like a sunshine in a bag.
This is actually a really good one to start with because this applies to just about everything Disney Star Wars. Just enjoy it for what it is. No matter how
and same thing with they do the same thing with Marvel too.
Much it sucks.
Okay, guys, for all the flaws that this movie had, we tried to like see the good in it, right?
I tried to, but at the end of the day, this movie was still bad. I tried to enjoy it, but the movie's bad for what it is on its own.
Essentially, I'm noticing that there is a huge problem, and I'm avoiding it.
Why are you avoiding it?
Enjoyment.
Pussy.
But why? Why are you just accepting this? People are not going to trust you when you do a review of a movie. I think a lot of people want y'all honest response. But when you say things like that, how are people going to trust you to for reviewing anything? Because you're not being honest. You're just being biased now. So it's like you just hurting yourself. You're not hurting me. You're hurting yourself. Because like a lot of people are like, oh, you just not going to tell the truth, be honest. You just doing this because like you just a shield for Disney. You know, that's just really what it is.
Really almost like they're patting themselves on the back for liking it.
I understand that people felt like there were glaring issues, but I don't understand why they couldn't enjoy the movie for
because of the issue. It was so many issues with this movie. That's why. We're not going to know all the issues and all the plot points, all the stuff that doesn't make sense. And so, how are you supposed to enjoy a movie that's just fast-paced nonsense? Because this movie is so fast-paced. It doesn't help you to like. Let's just say what happened to Chewie. We thought Chewie died, but like 5 minutes later, 5 minutes into the movie, we found out Chewie was alive. We couldn't we couldn't really have time to feel for Chewie's death. Because we didn't have time to feel for Chewie's death. It's so stupid. At least with Layla, when she passed away, you at least had time for her death. But with Chewie, you didn't do it because they have to just move. It's a fast pacing, like, oh yeah, Chewie's still alive. That was so stupid in the movie.
I'll tell you why.
And then it kind of fucked Rey up because like, they could have made something for Rey's character, but then they had to. They should have done some Rey's character that she killed Chewie, but they just moved on from that.
Fucking Rey boy. Because we've been Star Wars fans for several years, many of us our entire lives. And you have only just become a fan 10 weeks prior to recording this very video.
Yeah, I think you don't really have much of... You're not the biggest, like, arbiter of the Star Wars fan base because you just got into Star Wars like me. But the difference is I got into Star Wars... I think I got into Star Wars the same time as him. But the difference is that I'm not going to try to defend these movies. I'm going to be honest with people about my takes with movies.
10 weeks since I started watching these Star Wars movies on YouTube.
So who the fuck are you to try and explain Star Wars to anyone? Stuckman, what do you got for us?
Well, we already know about Stuckman. We already know about him. He ain't gonna criticize it.
Wasn't upset by this movie even in the slightest.
Yeah, why am I not?
We're not surprised, Chris. We're not really that surprised, especially now that a lot of people is on his ass, and it's rightfully so because he didn't want to criticize Mount Web, and he tried to blame Sony for it instead of blaming the people that wrote it and produced it. Like, come on now.
It's certainly not a movie that I hate, and it's definitely not a film that is as bad as I'm sure you will hear from multiple people.
It is, Stuckman. The only people that love this movie are the hardcore Disney Star Wars shills and the I love everything Star Wars no matter what.
I like Blind Wave, but even in times that I can't really agree with their takes. I like these guys, but they have bad takes sometimes.
Was it the perfect ending to Star Wars? No, but it was pretty damn good.
I'm just glad that we have more Star Wars movies. But if you like Star Wars, I think you're gonna love this movie.
No, you won't.
Did you just slam your pen on the counter?
And these guys are Shills, by the way.
Like that was
because this guy is with Ryan with the Real Rejects, and they are Shills too.
A mic drop statement.
What a pussy. I think it was a fantastic conclusion.
This dude already Shield, because people are making fun of this guy still to this day for crying over a trailer. Like, come on now. How are we supposed to listen to you and we already know that you're gonna be super biased towards this movie?
To the Skywalker saga.
Says the guy who cried while watching the trailer.
Yes.
So in what world would you give a non-Disney shill opinion on the matter? Oh, and by the way, a friend of mine has a question for you.
What's wrong with your face?
Everything makes sense. None of the stuff in that movie makes no sense at all. Force healing made no sense. Sucking how the dyad doesn't make sense. The whole MacGuffin, all the whole MacGuffins don't make no sense because they just made all that up.
I will never stop defending.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
How was Poe supposed to know? No one knew. It seemed impossible to everyone. Because to those unaware of Sith alchemy, it was.
No, it makes no sense because JJ did not know how to bring Palpatine back. And two, because Ryan, because he killed out Snoke. Because Ryan killed out Snoke, he had no choice but to bring back Palpatine. And JJ didn't really understand that bringing him back kind of fucked Anakin up. He kind of fucked Anakin's as a chosen one. He fucked this story and gave it to fucking Rey. He did not understand that. I would have been fine if Snoke was still alive, but they killed him off in the most stupidest way in Last Jedi.
Are you fucking retarded?
You do understand that with that line, J.J. Abrams is basically saying, I had no idea how to creatively write Palpatine back into existence, so I'm just not gonna do it. Also, Anakin Skywalker sacrificing himself to kill the Emperor and save his son's life solidified his redemption.
Yeah,
and to bring
and you just destroy this redemption arc.
Palpatine back in any way completely undoes that moment and ruins it.
And it made no sense to, cause like in the movie, he's like, oh, I want, he's telling Kylo, oh, go kill Rey. Then when Rey came to see him, he's like, oh, I didn't want to kill you. I didn't want to kill you. I want you to come kill me. It's like, what the, how you start changing your mind that, oh, you want to kill her, but you don't want to kill her. You want her to kill you. That makes no goddamn sense.
And clearly,
that was just bad writing.
Do not understand that because you are not a real Star Wars fan. So what about Palpatine being completely unable to control his own Force lightning to the point that he disintegrates his own face?
Some people were kind of nitpicking with
it's not a nitpick. It's one of the stupidest things ever. They had to go with, oh, because Palpatine sucks at turning his lightning off. It's so dumb.
A nitpick, bitch.
The Emperor not just turning off the lightning, and why do we have to keep it going?
Well, I think that
I get that in the movie, Rey technically is redirecting the lightning back to him. That's why he died. But the same thing is that he can turn it off. But because JJ is not a good writer, he had to make it that Palpatine can't turn his lightning off. It's dumb. That's just creating excuses.
Stop it at that point because it was coming back to him.
Yeah.
He couldn't. I think.
You think, huh? You think one of the most powerful Sith Lords ever does not know how to turn off the Force lightning after he's already started it?
Yeah, maybe he just couldn't turn it off.
The arcs of the characters, the new characters was beautiful. They paid off all the Last Jedi stuff.
No, they didn't. They had to retcon a lot of shit. Then the characters didn't have no character development. The characters still felt like the same thing in 3 fucking movies. What are you talking about?
What?
What's wrong with your face?
Paid off the Last Jedi stuff, more like sabotaged it. Would you like examples?
Yeah.
Jedi's weapon deserves more respect. Or a Palpatine.
I got he put that one up because like that's make no sense. Because Kylo's like, oh, your family was nobodies. Then Palpatine told Kylo that, oh, she's my granddaughter, because they had to retcon it just to make it so JJ can make it like, oh, this is why she's powerful. She's powerful because that she's a Palpatine this whole time.
I don't know.
That's the jump traders. So much more for trucking line.
They paid off all the Last Jedi stuff.
Damn it, Wade!
Rey Skywalker.
Rey claiming that she's a Skywalker, I think is cute.
No, it was ridiculous. It was dumb that she just took that name. I would say I understand it, but at the same time, it's dumb too.
I think it's cute. It didn't offend me. I just went with it, and I thought it was really cute. Plus, she...
Of course you did.
deserves it.
Uh-oh, retard!
No, she doesn't. All the power she was given and all the stuff that she can do makes no goddamn sense. She does not deserve that. I'm fine with overpowered characters, but at least make it make sense. It does not make sense how she can do all of this. It a little bit made sense with Anakin, a little bit, but at least with Anakin, he still lost battles, and like he still have stuff to deal with.
Alert! Retard alert, class!
She does not deserve it.
And
this
Luke is that he didn't want none of his friends to die. Then he wasn't that good at forcing like 2 movies until like 3rd movie. Cause he had a lot more training than with the time skip.
Everyone hates her because she's constantly getting things she doesn't deserve.
Yeah.
Luke's last name, Han Solo's ship when it should be going to Chewie.
Cause she didn't earn that ship. No, I would say not Han's, cause Lando and Poe is mostly Poe's and Lando's ship. I would say the X-wing, cause Luke gave her his X-wing. She got Luke's and Leia's lightsaber.
Anakin's lightsaber. Poe's droid, the victory over.
Because she got Poe's droid, and she still, and even though the droid supposed to be Poe's, BB-8 always with Rey all the time.
Her Palpatine, stealing it from Anakin.
Yes.
Her own goddamn movie.
First, she was just a hero.
Smash that like button if you agree with me when I say that Rey
But she's not a good character. She's just not. She's a character that had no buried character development. She's still doing the same struggle she's been dealing with for 3 movies.
These are some of the biggest bitches on this entire planet. And please subscribe as well if you haven't already.
And she just doesn't feel like a Jedi. She just does not feel like a Jedi at all. She's like a half Jedi, but with dark side tendencies. Blame the toxic fans. Okay. In Russia. I don't know how Russia.
Also, people wanted to really accuse the new Star.
My brother like watching these people, but I never seen these people react. My brother like watching these people.
Wars having a lot of social justice warrior stuff and fucking like inclusive.
It did. Because he just introduced this one female black character in the movie that no one knows about. Because they're doing this Lando TV show. I don't know when it's coming out. We're gonna find out that this random character is gonna be Lando's daughter. Then he's just introduced Zori out of fucking nowhere. The lesbian kiss at the fucking end, that made no goddamn sense. And even the LGBT community shit on this movie because of that. Even they hated what they were doing, because they know what they were trying to do.
Yeah, oh my god. Hey.
Then Rey as a character is so I don't want to say SJW, but Super Mary Sue.
Yeah, have you ever watched Star Wars before? It's literally about fighting space Nazis.
No, it's not. Come on now.
Do I have to explain this? There's a big difference between inserting your own political agenda into your content, Disney,
yes,
and
because this is Disney.
Lucas taking inspiration from actual historical.
I've been fine with diversity, but at least make the diversity make sense and actually make these characters good. But you're not doing that. You're just forcing it down people's throats.
Events to tell a good story.
Fucking idiot.
J.J. Abrams was probably like, well, this may be the very last Star Wars movie we ever make, so I'm gonna appease the longtime fans that have been with Star Wars since it started. And
But he didn't. What JJ did is that he tried to fix Last Jedi because people were mad Last Jedi, rightfully so. So he decided, like, yeah, I'm gonna try to appease them by just retconning shit and changing shit, just adding new things that makes no sense to the movie, just to appease the Star Wars fans. But he still didn't, because it made it worse.
fuck everyone else, basically.
Sweetheart, you can trust me when I say that 99.8% of us despise this movie.
That being said, I've also seen longtime Star Wars fans mention that they don't like this movie either, so...
So you're just bitching just to bitch. Okay, got it. Moving on.
We need to stop looking for people or corporations to blame for why something isn't the same way that it was for us when we were younger.
Yes, we can blame them, because they couldn't do better, Chris. They could do better. Disney could have done better with this movie. They can have directors, and they can bring George and them to help with this movie, but they didn't do that. So we do have to blame the producers, the directors, and the writers, and the corporations for doing this, because Disney is the one that's paying them and the directors are the people that's writing it. So I think we do have the right to complain to these people for messing up something that we all grew up with. I ain't grew up with Star Wars, but a lot of big Star Wars fans that grew up with this product. Now, I understand the feeling why, and this is why I always agree with like Grizzy, Critical Drinker and them, because it's stuff that I like. It's stuff that I like, and people fucking that up, and fucking my stuff up. Proud Family, I love Proud Family, the original. Then they fucked that up. I hated what Disney did with that. Now I understand how they feel when they fucked over Star Wars and Marvel. We all were Marvel fans, and they fucked that up. So we all kind of understand that we, like corporations like Disney and them, are just fucking our childhoods. It's not really, yeah, it's fucking our childhoods, but it's not caring about the product that we've been fans with for so long. That's another issue, and not caring. Then then when they did something wrong and fuck it up, they blame the fans that been around for so long, like in these movies, and calling us racist or homophobes, even though we never care. It were characters in these franchises that are like that, and we do like characters with that. But no, Disney and these Shills had to defend this bullshit, and it's stupid.
Stuckman, we don't want it to be the same as what came before.
He gonna say anyway.
Want it to respect what came before.
Yeah, respect Star Wars where it came from. Respect George and respect the franchise and respect the fans that been with this for so long. But y'all not doing that. Y'all just shitting on the product and shitting on the fan base. I get like there are a fan base that go a little bit too far, but at the same time, it's kind of understandable that some people in the fan base are right about the stuff they are calling out on.
People have not seen this movie. They decided to actually find the leaks.
I seen the movie now, and yeah, I still think this movie sucked.
Find the spoilers, put them on their Twitter feeds.
The leaks that were proven to be accurate, as this guy conveniently fails to mention.
Critique, review, say I told you. This is why this is why Lucasfilm sucks. This is why Kathleen Kennedy sucks.
Because all of it is suck. Okay, we do too.
Are not seeing this movie. They are instead ripping this movie to shreds without seeing it, and I find that ridiculous.
And who were these terrible people that decided to post accurate leaks on their Twitter, thus ruining the Rise of Skywalker's theatrical release?
Most of the people who are out there shitting on Star Wars...
I do need to shave. I'm not gonna lie.
Listen, there's a large chunk of that is Russian troll farming.
What is Russian troll farming? What are you talking about? What do you mean by Russian troll farming? What are you talking about? So you calling people that hate this are conservatives? Even people on the left hate this movie. What are you talking about?
Shit.
You must be on crack.
Then you got the large chunk of people that are just mindless followers that fall for that bullshit.
I'm not saying there aren't people like that, but at the same time, I don't blame them because like they hate this movie. Some of these people seen the movie and like, yeah, this movie sucked.
I think it's cool.
Mark my words, when the Rey movie comes out and it bombs and everyone hates it,
they gonna still try to defend it and still try to show on the fan base.
These retards will blame Elon Musk and Twitter X for not banning people like you and I on the platform so they can enjoy and praise the movie in peace in their own little safe space.
Bunch of pussies.
It's coming on, it's coming on.
The characters are all great. No, they're not. The characters never develop as characters. How they are good. None of the characters are good. Rey's still the same character. Finn's still the same. Poe's still the same. Layla is still the same. Then she died. Like every single character didn't really grow or change as people. They're still like the same characters that we seen for like 3 movies now.
It's coming on, it's coming on.
The chemistry between primarily the 3 main characters, Poe, Finn, and Rey, are off the charts.
No, they're not. No, they are not better than Luke, Layla, they are not that good I'm not saying they ain't bad actors. I'm not gonna say that, but their chemistry together is not that good because they never really been together that much. The first movie, it was mostly the first movie. Poe was buried in the first movie. The second movie, Ray was mostly with Luke the whole time, and Poe, and it was just mostly Poe and Finn. In the first movie, it was just Finn and Ray. Then in this movie, in the beginning of the movie, Ray and Poe were fighting against each other. Poe always fights with Ray all the time, most of the time, because like let's be honest, Poe is right about Ray, because like she's just doing all these other stuff like helping them try to get all this stuff and try to help them defeat the Final Order. In the last movie, she keeps running away and not telling them shit in the movie, and Poe keeps getting infuriated with Ray all the time. Finn's character is just that Ray. He just shouts people's fucking name. How they fucked this character, Finn. I was interested in the first movie. I was a little bit interested with him, even though he was still the same character for the past 3 movies, but at the same time, I wasn't interested in Finn. But they didn't really grow Finn's character. He's still the same character through his whole movies. Poe's character is still the same. He's like this Joker character. He's like trying to be this comedy character, but he's not really good. You know, it was one funny moment when Ray had the lightsaber because they went to that He got sunk down into this cavern in Pajimi. And Ray turned on the lightsaber and Finn turned on the flashlight. That was a little bit funny. But other than that, it's like these characters don't really have much chemistry towards each other.
Yeah.
Cause they bury in the movie together all the time.
What? We've never even seen the 3 of them together before this movie.
Yes.
Ray and Poe are arguing all the time, and all Finn does is just scream people's names.
Yes.
Kylo Ren had such an amazing redemption arc.
His redemption is so lazily portrayed. Let's just say it like that. They fast-paced his redemption so quickly in this movie.
No? I can see why little girls idolize Ray. I really do. She's very much a feminist hero.
I can't stand Grace Randolph. She doesn't really. She acts like she knows everything about these movies, like a lot of movies and TV shows that she watched, but she don't know nothing at all. I don't want to say she doesn't know a lot of things, but at the same time, don't act like you know everything, Grace.
No!
My God, chlamydia burn.
Grace talks out her ass most of the time.
Grace Randolph just managed to sneak her way into this video.
And I'm like, behind the scenes, I actually didn't want to tell anyone. I was like, okay, I'm really hoping that Kylo and Ray get together. This is amazing. They'd be such a good power couple. I want to see what their babies are like. And then they kiss.
Oh God. Both of them being together makes no goddamn sense in the whole. It would make sense when Finn and Ray had a relationship, because it felt like that's what they were building up towards until the second movie that Rian Johnson changed their relationship dynamic to just friends, and they try to do Finn and Rose. Then the third movie, Rose barely was in the movie because JJ didn't put Rose in the movie because I think JJ didn't really like the character, and he knows that fans didn't like her, so that's why she barely was in the movie. She hated Kylo. She doesn't even know what Ben is, and she kissed him randomly. It was so stupid. It makes no sense for her to do that. They just decided to put this kiss scene just to appease you weirdo Rilo fans.
1 second.
Raylo.
You Raylos are fucking weird. Jesus Christ.
Defense by is better than the prequels. No, it's not. It's not. Yes, I had problems with the prequels too, but I'd rather watch the prequels than these three movies. I cannot watch these three movies.
This is still
at the end of the movie, at the end of the third movie, I decided to skip some of these parts because I already know it's about to happen, and I was like, I'm just gonna skip it to like the end. No, Ray went to Tatooine. Ray went to Tatooine to bury the lightsabers and bury Luke and Leia's lightsabers in Luke's old place.
better than most
old
of
home.
the prequels, but it's my least favorite of the new ones. It's not prequel bad dialogue.
In between 1999 and I would say, I don't know, 2012, 2013, everyone I spoke to hated the prequels.
No, I don't know who you know that say that, because I hear from some people that they like the prequels. There are people that like the prequels. There are people that did not like the prequel. People that like the prequel, people did not like the prequels. I don't know who you listening. You should mostly listening to people that hate the prequels, and it's just ignoring people that like the prequels. I think that's what you were doing.
Yeah, I'm calling bullshit, Stuckman. I do not believe that for a second. And for some reason, these people always single out Attack of the Clones.
I never want to.
I get it, because Attack on the Clones was not that good of a movie. I understand that, but at the same time, the only reason why they're singling it out, because it's the worst one out of. It's kind of the worst one out of the two other movies. But at the same time, I'd rather watch Attack on the Clones than these three movies.
Attack of the Clones.
I hate episode 2. Episode 2 is so bad.
It's just so...
And I love how they went after Attack of the Clones, even though this is gotta talk about Rise of the Skywalker.
Pathetic, because the only way the sequel trilogy shills know how to elevate the sequel trilogy movies is to tear down the prequels.
Yes.
Those movies aren't as entertaining to me.
They always had to tear down the prequels. They always go after the prequels, but not the OT, because they know that if they say anything about the OT, they know that their fans gonna go after them for it, because the OTs all three of the movies are good. Yeah, the third one wasn't the best. The third one wasn't the best, but I still will watch the Return of the Jedi. The prequels, yeah, they were not great. They weren't that good, but at the same time, they weren't like as bad that a lot of people said. I watched those three movies. I get it, they are issues and dialogues are bad, but they weren't like something that I just criticized this badly like I did with like Rise of the Skywalker.
As these or the old ones.
No, yeah. So I mean, like, even watching prequels like in today, like it's just dated. Yeah.
And sadly, on occasion, you can catch them trying to bring down the original trilogy as well.
Palpatine's death in Return of the Jedi was kind of weak. He just fell down a hole. Right?
He was electrocuting Luke, and Darth Vader grabbed him and threw him. He wasn't like as dumb how they would try to do it with fucking Rey. And Rey just redirects his lightning because he couldn't turn it off. It's stupid. Just one more.
So remember the 1 second lesbian kiss that Disney stuck at the end of the movie?
Yeah, it was so lazy, so pandering. They did this in Lightyear. Lightyear's a bad movie too, by the way. They did this in Lightyear, and Lightyear was not a good movie. They do this just to pander, and they sit here and let Disney gaslight people and say, oh, we progressive. No, Disney's not. They're just using y'all for money, and y'all still jerk them off. It's like, it's so retarded.
Pander to the gay community, but
even the LGBT community hate what they were doing, because even they know what they were doing. And I'm glad they called them out for that.
Just pissing everyone off, including the gay community. Well, this woman here on the left She thought it was great.
I feel like any step, baby steps.
I don't want no baby steps. I do not want no baby steps at all. By the way.
Towards a better world.
I think the world was fine without it. The world was fine without the lesbian kiss. I'm sorry. The world was fine without it. You don't have to be progressive to make a movie good.
Forward. It's a good thing. We shouldn't be criticizing it.
No, we can still criticize it. Even the LGBT community criticized Disney for it. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Do it to just check our box. Yes, it's insincere. It's all this and that. But
It's not insincere if it's true that they just doing this just to check a box.
ultimately, it's a step towards a better world.
Yes, ma'am.
Even if...
But the step to the better world, what they doing now with Star Wars and a lot of stuff is not good at all. The step to the better world is shit what they are pushing.
It's insincere. It's a step in the right direction towards a better world.
I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
And I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you...
I hope y'all watch the video. Go subscribe to Grizzy channel as well. He makes some really good content. I will see you guys later, and goodbye.